What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 8, and today we're returning with two big games as we take on Manchester City in the EFL Cup semi-final second leg. Of course, we are 3-2 down from that first leg. We'll then pay a visit to the Amex as we take on Brighton and Hove Albion in the Premier League. We've also got transfer deadline day. We have got a sign-in coming in 99.9%. We're awaiting confirmation of that deal, so I'll show you that very shortly, and we'll see also how we've been getting on off camera. So let's start with the most exciting part. We are potentially, I say potentially, 99.9% bringing in Pablo Sarabia into this club. He's transfer listed at PSG for 22.5 million, and he can pretty much play anywhere across these attacking three positions, which is an area that we need, I feel, as an extra, because we've had a couple of injuries off camera, and while we haven't so much necessarily struggled, it's been quite hard to fill some of those gaps. So the bid has gone in. It's worth an initial £15 million with some add-ons after 50 games, which would potentially bring the transfer up to 20, I think it was 22.5, 23 million pounds. I think this is a really good deal. I'd quite like to play him through the middle as an attacking midfielder. 16 first touch, 15 dribbling, 14 finishing, 15 passing, 16 technique. He's got good work rate, great vision. He will be superb for us if we can get him in. 27 years old, he's at the peak of his career. We've offered him a contract, and that contract is on. Can I not see it on this page? Why can I not see it? We have offered him a contract on, I think it was 97k per week, plus all the add-ons as well. We'll be able to see that as and when he signs it. But the deal is there, the deal is done, he's accepted it, and we are just waiting for that confirmation email. Now, of course, in the last episode, you guys saw our defeat to Manchester City in that EFL Cup semi-final first leg by 3-2 at the Etihad Stadium. We were a little bit unlucky, and our 2-0 victory against Leicester in the Premier League. Since then, it's gone pretty well. We played Man City, we beat them 2-1. I did put this on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, link is in the description down below. I do tweet out the odd spoiler every now and again for any of you guys that are interested in the save. But we took the lead on 3 minutes through Andre Gomez, then Dominic Calvert-Lewin, that man Dominic, we love him, doubled the lead on 20 minutes. David Silva got them back into it on the half-hour mark, but we did manage to hold out for all 3 points in a game that was a 4th against 5th tie in the Premier League. Remember, we were level on points at that stage. We then faced Watford at Vicarage Road. This is a story in itself. We drew 1-1. We should have won the game. We were extremely comfortable. That man Dominic Calvert-Lewin giving us the lead once again after 10 minutes. And then Troy Deeney equalised on the 55th minute. Now, I need to show you this for it to be believed. And it does happen in real life, so I'm not complaining. I've just never seen this happen in FM before. You guys need to let me know in the comments if this has happened to you. So Jordan Pickford's got the ball here. We're in a position where we've got a goal kick. Everybody's in position. Now the ball is going to go out to Yerry Mina just here. We'll kick this off. So Yerry Mina has the ball. I'm just pausing. Injury sign. Okay, so it turns out that he'd actually got a some ligament damage, ankle ligament damage. But in effect, what this does in the 55th minute is he goes down, the ball releases to Troy Deeney, who's in there. He's all on his own. Andre Gomez can get nowhere near him, and Troy Deeney finishes it past Jordan Pickford. It was just, it was something that I've never seen before, and it was so unlucky because we were in control of the game. It was really, really harsh, and we ended up getting a draw out of it. Anyway, we can't complain. These things happen. We then faced West Brom in the FA Cup 4th round at Goodison Park. This was a very underwhelming game. Leighton Baines, though, did come into the side, and he grabbed the goal that won us the game in the 6th minute and put us safely through to the 5th round, where we will face Nottingham Forest or Brentford. That's not been decided yet. They're under a replay, I believe. So, again, another chance. 2 championship clubs, a chance for us to get through to round 6. So after those games, that leaves the Premier League table looking like this. We remain in 4th place on goal difference. Wolves are on exactly the same points as us, but plus 13, we're plus 18. Man City are just a point behind. Tottenham are 3 points off us. They've got a much better goal difference, and then there is a bit of a gap to Bournemouth in 8th. But such a tight league. There's a bit of a gap going up to 3rd as well, where Liverpool are. So that 4th place is what we're really aiming for. There's 14 games to go. Of course, our second game today, and our second and only Premier League game today, is against Brighton, who are down in 19th in that relegation zone. Also, a bit of a tight mini-league going on down there between West Ham, Watford, Brighton and Newcastle. So it's going to be all to play for. Should be a really interesting one. So first of the 2 games today, and this is an opportunity for us to book ourselves a place in that EFL Cup final. This is the team that we're going with. So Jordan Pickford's going to be in goal, Digne, Kehrer, Michael Keane and Seamus Coleman at the back. Keane, of course, is in for Yerry Mina, who picked up that injury that we saw against Watford. Gomez and Davis are developing a great partnership in front of those. Iwobi's going to play from the left because Bernard is currently injured. He's not going to be back in training for another couple of days. Gylfi Sigurdsson through the middle. Theo Walcott gets a start on the right-hand side. Now, this is also a story. Richarlison is not in the squad at all. The reason is he was called up for the Brazil under-23 side, and he has missed our entire run off camera. He's not played for us for 4 games because he's been away with the Brazil under-23 squad. So, oh dear. And this is what I mean. Because we're missing Bernard and because we're missing Richarlison, it's been quite a struggle. I wouldn't really have put Theo Walcott in. To be fair, he's done quite well for us since he came in and covered for him, and Bernard's been injured. But this is why I want someone like Pablo Sarabia. It'll just give us that extra impetus in those 3 positions, and of course he can play anywhere across those 3. Dominic Calvert-Lewin starts up front, and then the bench is a little bit depleted. Sidibe, Holgate, Baines, Schneiderlin, Delph, Keane and Gordon all on the bench. Strong side out for Man City. We have to win. We've beaten Man City twice in the Premier League. We've done the double over them, but of course they beat us in that first leg. Nothing but a win will do. Strong side out for City. Come on, Everton. Let's get to this final. It'll be interesting to see what kind of Man City performance we get today. I mean, obviously they must absolutely hate us. They're having a bit of a nightmare season in the Premier League, currently stuck down in 6th. They're nowhere near the Premier League title, so you never... Oh my God, we're in the lead. 1-0 after 6 minutes. I wasn't expecting that. Theo Walcott, the man who we've not necessarily been criticising, but who definitely isn't a first choice on that right-hand side, and he's given us the lead. Bravo should do better. He's palmed it into his own net. City must absolutely hate us. Like I say, they're having a nightmare season at the moment. Stuck down in 6th in the league. They're nowhere near that league title. And we seem to be their bogey team a little bit as it stands. But they are coming at us on the attack with Fernandinho. Wide towards Kevin De Bruyne, who's never shy to have a shot. And they're keeping possession quite well. I'm interested to see how they perform today. Here's Silva in towards Fernandinho. It's great football by them. It's a good save by Pickford and out for a corner. But as it stands, we're 1-0 up and it's 3-3 on aggregate. Telling you, man, we deserve to be in this final. We really do. We've performed magnificently this season. Here's Iwobi. His shot is blocked and it comes out to Sigurdsson. Iwobi's there. Good save this time by Claudio Bravo. Another chance for us here as we have the ball with Tom Davis, who's been a little bit of a underrated man this season. Digne's in the box. Calvert-Lewin makes it 2-0. And we are now 4-3 up on aggregate. His 14th goal of the season. We absolutely love Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I cannot sing his praises highly enough. Digne driving into the box. Palmed away straight into the middle of the area by Bravo. He's not having a good game. And Calvert-Lewin's there to tap it in. We're 2-0 up after half an hour. And we're now in the driving seat. This is not good news to us though. Injury to Seamus Coleman. Potential knee injury. Luckily for us, we've got a decent replacement in Sidibe who will come on. But if we can hold this out now until half-time, get the boys in the dressing room, or perhaps even go 3-0 up, that would be absolutely amazing. But get the boys in at half-time, have a little bit of a chat, and see if we could get through to this final. Sidibe coming down this right-hand side, back towards Gomez, who gives it away, but Digne picks up the pieces. Back towards Theo Walcott, who's having a great game. Ball in, Iwobi should have scored. We've hit the bar and we've hit the post. We should be 3-0 up. This could be more than over, and it could come back to bite us, but we've got a corner, and it's hit the post again, and it's cleared off the line. How are we not winning by more? City must absolutely hate us. We really seem to have their number. Come on, boys. Let's wrap this up now. This would be amazing. Here's Gomez. Iwobi's fouled in the box, and it's a penalty. Gylfi Sigurdsson's going to take it. I'm not going to say it this time. We're just going to watch. Oh, and Sigurdsson's tucked it in the left-hand corner. 3-0 up. 5-3 on aggregate. We have got 1 foot firmly in this EFL Cup final, where I believe, as it stands, we are going to be facing Liverpool at this point in time. Oh, maybe not, though, because Man United are 1-0 up. That game's much closer. 2-1 on aggregate, but we've got just over half an hour to survive. Can't believe how well we've performed this season, man. We've been so good. Even I'm surprised. I mean, is it the tactic? It's only one that I've created myself. We've only, of course, as it stands, made the one signing in Kera. You know, potentially a second one coming in Sarabia, but we're on the attack again. Sidibe into the box, and Iwobi! Oh, we've hit the bar again. That's the 4th time we've hit the woodwork in this game. We're dominating. Almost there, man. We're almost there. Are we going to do it? I think we are. Yes! Yes, we are. Oh, my goodness me. 3-0. Man, I said this over and over again. Man City must absolutely hate us. We have performed incredibly in this game without a couple of key players in Bernard and Richarlison as well. 5-3 on aggregate. Man United have beaten Liverpool 1-0, but it's not been good enough for them, because Liverpool win the whole tie 2-1 on aggregate. So it's going to be a Merseyside derby EFL Cup final. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Player of the match goes to Gylfi Sigurdsson. 1 goal, 1 assist, a 9.1 rating. Unbelievable. We're in the final. Oh, that's so good. Everton book Wembley Place. Merseyside derby confirmed. Oh, that's a bad one. Strained knee ligaments. Seamus Coleman out for 5 to 7 weeks. So Sidibe is definitely going to get a really good run in the side. Unlucky for him. When is that EFL Cup final? Does it say? Let's see if we can scroll down. That is on the 1st of March. I don't know why it says unknown, because Liverpool definitely won by 2-1. But that's definitely going to be the next episode. 100%. Big game following that against Arsenal as well. Oh, I'm so pleased. Oh, bad news though. We've just found out that Thilo Kehrer was on a yellow card going into that semi-final, and he got another one, and he's suspended and out of the final. Oh man, at this rate, especially if Yerry Mina's not back, we're going to have Mason Holgate and Michael Keane lining up for us at centre-back in that game. So the transfer window does close today, and we are still awaiting confirmation that Pablo Sarabia is going to come to us. I don't think there's been any more. There's not been any more bids as far as I'm aware. Let me just check on him. So we've offered him that contract. So we've offered 15 million. It could go up to 24.5. His wages 93k per week. As far as I'm aware, we're the only club that's made a bid. We are 15 million. We've offered him the contract. He's accepted it, and it is a contract for straight away as well. So let's just decline to take part in deadline day as it stands. Cycle forward, and hopefully we can get him in. Yes, and there we have it. Sarabia set to sign for Everton. Amazing signing. I think this is such a pickup for us. And especially with, you know, his decent work rate. His determination's not great, but his vision, his teamwork, he's just got all the parts that we expect. He's not played much football this season for PSG. He's basically come in from Sevilla, and they've not played him at all. But he is in. Let's accept that. And Pablo Sarabia is now an Everton player. So second and final game today as we take on Brighton at the Amex. We're making a couple of changes to the side, but we really need to win this, I think. So Luca Digne and Sidibe will be our fullbacks. Mason Holgate starts today's game. He has come to me and said he wants more game time, so I'm going to give it to him because he's a player that I don't want to lose. Gomez and Tom Davis, Calvert-Lewin up top with Iwobi on the left, Sigurdsson through the middle, and Paulo Sarabia makes his Everton debut today. He's going to come in for Theo Walcott. It's a bit harsh on him, but we want to have a look at Sarabia. This could be the ideal game for him. Bernard is back on the bench and in contention, but we've still got Richarlison on international duty. I don't know what they're doing over in Brazil, but he's been away for bloody ages. It's about 3 weeks now that he's been gone. But anyway, a game we need to win at the Amex. Come on, Everton. And this is actually the final game of the weekend. We're playing on the Monday night. Everybody else has played. As it stands, we're sat in 6th place in the Premier League. Wolves won, Man City won, Liverpool won. Everybody got the result they needed today. So it's down to us now. Here's Sidibe, the first time that the first time we're going to see him. It's going to be Gomez. Gomez scores. I was just talking a load of nonsense, basically. I was getting mixed up with Sidibe and Sarabia. I was going to say it's the first time we've seen him, but it's not at all. Anyway, after 10 minutes in the rain, we are 1-0 up at Brighton. A perfect start for us. Gomez with his 8th goal of the season from midfield. What a player. Again, another one alongside Tom Davis, who's been a little bit underrated for me this season, but's made a massive contribution. Brighton are on in with a chance, though, and it's Mopai who scores and equalises on 25 minutes. Big goal for them. Helps them in their relegation scrap, but it's poor for us. We should be better. We should be much, much better than that. Holgate's not won the header, and then he's been slow to get back towards Neal Mopai, who grabs his 3rd of the season, and it's 1 apiece. These are the games that we need to be winning, but sometimes these games can be the most difficult as Brighton are going to come forward again. Sidibe blocks it out though, and Iwobi can attack for us. We look a bit sluggish as it stands at the moment. Maybe that EFL Cup final is playing on one or two players' minds. Here's Sarabia down the right-hand side. Ball in, Calvert-Lewin, of course. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. His 15th goal of the season. I never get tired of saying this man's name. What a player. Actually scored a hat-trick today as I'm recording this in real life against West Brom. Luckily for me, I've got him in my FPL team as well. You can't beat Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What a player, and we're 2-1 up going into half-time. So just a little message to the boys at half-time. I usually individually criticise the midfield and the attack, but today it was the other way round. I praised our playmaking exploits and our goal-scoring exploits, but I criticised the defence as it stands. But still 2-1 up, only 20 minutes to go. Oh, don't you dare score. We've got about 10 seconds left to play, and it's Dummett. Luckily, it's blocked out for us. Comes to Sarabia. Ball goes downfield, and that should be all over, and another victory for us in the Premier League. This highlight's going on far too long for my liking, though. It doesn't matter. The referee blows the whistle. The final game of the weekend comes to a close, as does the final game of today's episode. We are back in the top 4 on goal difference. So another good weekend for us, which leaves the Premier League table as it stands looking like this. We're on 50 points. There's 13 games to go. It still feels like a long way, especially when we're still in both cup competitions as well. But in there on 50 points above Wolves, Man City hot on our heels. Tottenham have dropped off a bit. They haven't quite got the results, so we remain 5 points in front of them. You know, at the start of the season, I'd have bitten your hand off for a European place, but we have just been in that 4th position for the majority of this season, and I really want us to maintain it, though. But that will end today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please make sure you leave a like on today's video if you have enjoyed it. I would very much appreciate it. Subscribe as well if you are new. We'll come back for the next episode where we're going to take on Liverpool in the EFL Cup final and Forest or Brentford in the FA Cup 5th round. We may squeeze Bournemouth in as well. But the season is narrowing down towards a close. Lots to come. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.